Thanks for having me on. I've been watching for weeks, been trying to wait to catch it live, but having karate and then class, haven't been able to. So now that I finally have time. Um, so one thing I've been working on, I've been watching you for about 6 months-ish. I've read your book, I've read all the Rolo's stuff, been watching all the rules of your previous podcasts, stuff like that, and trying to chase excellence and how to be patient with it. Um, would be my main thing. Like since March, I've lost around 45 pounds, 46 pounds.
Good for you. What
Still
do you weigh
putting in
right
the
now?
work. This morning I weighed 153.8,
And
um,
how tall are you?
and 5'7",
Okay, it's a decent
and
weight.
I'm
You're getting there.
22.
You're starting to turn
So
fat in the
yeah,
muscle, I bet.
yeah. And I've noticed that the my stomach keeps on getting tighter, so I just got to keep doing that until it gets where I want it to be. Trying to aim for about 12% body fat.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So,
so
so what's the ask here? Because I mean, it says here in the private chat you're talking about patient and chasing excellence. What do you mean by that?
so like I know I'm only 22 and I have a lot of runway left to figure things out, but I often feel like I should be a lot farther than I am, um, in terms of like making money and stuff like that. Um, I have about a year left in my IT degree, then I graduate. So uh, just trying to figure out, I guess, how to get ahead on that. I only took out 2 years of loans, about 12 grand in debt, so I'm hoping to
What's
pay
the
that
end
off
goal
really
here?
quick.
Like lean into the future 3 to 5 years and tell me what your life looks like in 3 to 5 years.
Let's see. I would have a remote job so I can live wherever I want. I'd probably live either in West Virginia or Arizona, Nevada, two
Hmm.
radically different places. I would be in the best shape I've ever been. I'd be closer to my blacks in karate. I wouldn't have as much social anxiety in terms of going out and approaching women.
Hmm.
But
You got some social anxiety still?
yeah. Um, yeah, it's more in the trying to figure out where to go and pull, but once I'm actually in the situation, I'm pretty fine. I just finished Joe Navarro's "What Everybody Is Saying."
Hmm.
I have it in the back shelf there. Thanks to your recommendation. So I've been working on reading body language and just learning more social skills because I've been socially stunted growing up. Always somewhat on the outskirts of social groups and stuff like that. So,
Okay, so
but
so I mean, you've come to the space, you've consumed some of the red pill awareness. I'm looking at my other spokes, so looks, money, status, game, frame, and captivation.
mm,
I see you've got a bow and arrow set, on the wall over there, so it looks like you do some shooting sports, something along that line.
mm,
I got to ask you
yep.
though, dude, like, what's going on with the neck beard?
I've been trying to get it to grow in the cheeks. I've been using the derma roller recently, just trying to
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
to fill in. Um, I'm planning on going to the barber this week to see how low they should cut it.
I
Um,
would shave that thing off,
uh,
dude. It doesn't look good. It like you know if you want to
okay.
have the confidence that you're looking for, like you have to start to develop a look.
Mm,
Find a popular icon, Hollywood figure, somebody that's that's interesting, that's captivating, that has a following. You may have heard at some point in your life, hey, you look like so and so, or you resemble so and so. Go for that look because
mm,
I mean, right now the look that you're going for is you're going for that like IT, neck beard look, right? Which is fine if you don't
mm,
want to, max out on the other spokes in your wheel. But I'm
mm,
assuming that you're here because you want to do the work, and I just got to point out the obvious because I mean, guys in the comments are going to start to like come at you on this, right? So you have to start to develop
mm,
a look that's going to be compelling and interesting.
mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you said,
makes
you're
sense.
22,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
in the comments right now, guys, you tell him how old you think he looks, right? So just go ahead and just let him know what age you think he looks. But I'm wondering from your perspective to hear what you're saying. Like Moff saying here in the comments that a neck beard is a chick repellent. It basically is. right? And I'm not saying this to be, disparaging to you, but it's like, dude, what I do is I
Mm,
hold up a mirror and I just point to the facts and I just say, hey, these things are in your blind spot. You need to take a look at them. Um,
mm.
I don't know if you can see
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. So would you say to like make it shorter or just get
shave
rid of
it,
all
dude.
of it?
Just shave it off. Like unless it fills in up over here and you can make a nice proper full beard, don't roll a beard. It's like the guys that like are losing their hair and they just like grow it out long on one side and do a comb over or some shit like that. It's like, no, dude, just stop holding on to scrap, shave it off, right? But I mean, if you look at the
Mm,
comments right now, you're 22, we got 35, we got 34, we got 30, we got 35, 30 plus, 35, honestly, bro. 29 is the youngest we
mm,
got so far. So you're looking older than your age, right?
mm.
You want,
Yeah.
like, I'm assuming that you want to date women closer to your age instead of 29 or 35-year-old single moms with 3 kids in tow from 3 different fathers. I'm assuming.
Mm. Yeah.
You got to start acting as if, right? Like you got to look the part. We got Jaron in the chat. Neck beard
Okay.
does have to go. Chin strap might work, but it's still pushing it, right? You have to, I mean, if you want to rock facial hair, rock a facial hair look that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then move on from it, right? Like you have to know when to take it around behind the back of the bar and beat it with a stick and bury it 6 feet under and start over with something new. One of the things a lot of guys do when they come at me with coaching calls, especially when it comes to business stuff, they're like, I've got this business, I've been running it for 2 or 3 years and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, how much money does it make? Well, nothing yet. Well, how long have you been doing this? Well, for the last 36, you have a hobby, right? It's time for you to take that piece of shit around behind the back of the barn and kill it and bury it 6 feet under and be done with it. It's not working. Once you establish it's not working, of course, but right. But I mean, like what I'm saying here is,
Mm,
you're looking to get some better results. And one of the most glaring things that I see that's holding you back is you have a look that's out of place, right?
mm,
Like you're not
mm.
like ugly guys don't have symmetrical eyes. One eye's higher than the other. The eyes are looking in different directions, sort of thing, right? They've got like a cleft
Mhm,
lip or something that misshaping. You don't have scars on you or anything like that I can see. So like
mhm,
work with what you got to hone up on it. You're already going to the gym, so your body's going to change, right? Your body's improving.
mhm,
You got rid of the fat. Toning in the belly area. Your shoulders are going to broaden, right? You can start to get some shoulders that look good. You just have to keep going. Like, sorry, I'm saying over here. Yeah. So you've got the look that the internet memes are about, right? Like you ever see those memes where it's like that guy
mhm,
with the neck beards yelling at the other guy that looks like me with the beard like this? This
mhm,
this conversation right now is literally those two characters, right? So
mhm.
switch
Yeah.
over
I've
to a
been trying
side
to
that,
grow.
yeah. So
Yeah. I've been.
switch over
Yeah.
to a side that makes you more attractive, right? That gets you that look.
Mhm.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. I've been trying to. I wanted to fill in here because I was a couple
Well,
weeks
it's
ago.
either
I
going to
looked in the
grow or
mirror and
it's
I'm like,
not going to
oh,
grow. I mean,
I
if
know
it's
my
not
eyelids
going to
are.
grow there, then just move on from it. I mean, try the derma roller if you want. Like that's one thing.
Mm,
Also, when you start lifting and fighting and all that sort of stuff like that, and you start winning competition, testosterone goes up. One of the things that happens when testosterone goes up in your body, more body hair, more facial hair. So maybe it'll fill in later, sort of thing.
mm,
It may not.
mm.
Maybe you're
Yeah.
just predisposed not to have, facial hair in that part of your face. Don't fight it.
Mm.
You know, Move on from it.
Okay.
It's like those guys that are like, "Oh, I'm only
Okay.
5'4" and I'm never going to be anybody, and the girls won't like me." Blah blah blah. Yeah, sure. I had a roommate that was like that height, and he was a slayer. Right? We used to call him Pocket Hercules. He was jacked, maxed out in every other
Mm,
area, and he did, like he did the best that he could. Right? You don't have to worry about asking
mm,
questions like how do you be patient when chasing excellence and trying to differentiate. Like you said over here, how to differentiate between realistic assessment and limiting beliefs. Start
mm.
acting as if. Go watch the movie Boiler Room. There's a really good scene in there with Ben Affleck talking to the new recruits. Have you ever seen it?
No, I have not.
Go get the movie Boiler Room. Rent it, buy it, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a great movie. It's really one of those movies that you probably watch more than one time, right? But you need to like understand the concept of acting as if before you're going to start to execute on it. It's like when you go to the dojo, you get yourself psyched up, right? You put on, your gear. You take off your shoes. You get
Mm,
yourself in the mindset. There's some warm up activities. There's some cardio conditioning, and then that's when you start to
mm,
engage in the hand to hand type of work, right? So you're acting as
mm,
if before you even start to fight. You see what I'm
mm.
saying? You need to do that with the other
Yeah.
areas of your life. So that's why I'm using that example. And that's why I tell guys to go and learn how to fight, is because that same concept can be applied in other areas of your life too, bro.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right.
Hmm.
Come back and give me an
Yeah.
update in like, a few months time and let me know how you're making out, right? Try to establish a look,
Hmm.
do all those things that I talked about.
Hmm. All right, will do.
All
Thanks,
right,
George.
Austin. Thanks, buddy. Take care.